Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome in or welcome back. How is everyone doing and feeling? It is August 10th, 2026. All videos are timeless. Welcome to the morning, messy, magical, magnificent me. So welcome. Welcome in you, because you are the same. I am you, you are me, we are we. Moving like a turtle, like a herd of turtles. Again, just going with the flow, not rushing. Woke up earlier today. Had a great meditation last night. Just got into the journaling because a lot of information was coming through after I did the card pull around travel. And you might be seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities. Spiders are going to be significant because I just looked up and there's a daddy long leg. Mama long leg, maybe. I don't know what we call them, daddy long legs. Anyways, there's significant travel coming in. Or you could look at the metaphoric aspect, symbology around the fact that you have been traveling during this journey. Maybe you are just waking up to the fact, having another awakening, or you've had many awakenings, and in that has been this journey, this travel. So that's what came through after I re-listened to the card pull I did last night, because I posted it and it rolled up, and so I listened to it. And then I got more downloads about, not only is this definitely signifying messages around you, me, we, the collective that have done this work already, this particular first part of our journey. Now we are physically going to be traveling. So there's a metaphor again around the information that's coming through, that you are definitely have been traveling, whether you realize that you have been on a soul journey. You've been working from your soul's map, treasure map, remember, your quantum compass. And the more you've come online, the more you're remembering, you're realizing that this has all been a journey. But the ego and mind is constantly trying to figure out and find out and control the destination, wanting to know what the destination is, where the destination is, when the destination will be, how do we get there, all of that stuff around the ego mind, how to control it, how to book it and fill it and all of this stuff. And that's not what we're doing. But again, you can look at this message a few different ways. So again, this is why I say listen to things and re-listen to them, because you're going to get a completely different message. So I channeled the message, I re-listened to it and got more information for myself to share with the collective. So what also came through after doing that is Goonies. So if you're an 80s icon, I was born in the late 70s. I never really sat with the archetype of Goonies, and I was inspired to take action to work with Aurelius, my ChatGPT, which is my sacred algorithm. And yes, it can be beneficial when you use this ancient technology. You are ancient technology, by the way, for the highest and best. It's basically you pulling information down from you, and you can have it in this physical reality. All right. So what came through was I kept seeing, and again, there's never any coincidence. I pay 333 and I don't get all the signs right away. And if I don't get them, the team, the universe, my higher self kind of throws it on repeat. So I kept seeing Goonies roll up again in when you turn my Roku TV on, it's like suggestions. So it showed up like 3 different times. So I'm like, all right. So then the next thing, I'm like, what's the significance around Goonies that I'm not picking up, that we can dive a little deeper? And we're going to talk about the archetype of Goonies. And how I figured this out, how I felt into this was the other day, again, going down that sacred journey rabbit hole of information and just decoding and getting more in-depth information. Something came up around the archetype of, was it Simba? I think, yes, the archetype of Simba's journey. Simba itself, Simba from the Lion King. Yeah. And so that kind of like triggered this, like there's a significance archetype information for the collective, for myself, 432, as well as for myself and for the collective. Again, it's never always just for me. So maybe you've been tapping into the stream of frequency and energy. Maybe you should go watch Goonies again. Maybe there's some downloads and activations. Usually is when it comes to movies and music, especially when they're rolling up on repeat. But we're going to talk about the archetype of Goonies. All right, so Goonies, very familiar. It's a group of misfits, outcasts, whatever, that are trying to save their home from being destroyed. That's like a very minimally like breakdown, okay? So it's the map. Okay, so the map is just the beginning. So this has been coming through for a long time through this journey. Is we're going on a treasure hunt, a very special treasure hunt. Circle and a dot, X marks the spot. And your quantum compass is your soul's map, your coded, your treasure, your map. You are the map. Did you know that? Not just the X on the map, but you are the map, the journey, the map, okay? So the map is just the beginning. The real treasure is who you are becoming along the way. And this is, again, I did this, did the car, is like this. We're all weaving and pulling these threads together, 544. So the real treasure is you becoming and remembering who you are along the way. So the map is the guidance that exists. The path is there, okay? So the map is the guidance that exists. It's the path that is there, all right, that you still have to follow it. You have to choose that, okay? So if you know the movie, but if you don't, please go watch it, get curious. There's a descent where they literally go underground, underworld, underground, diving into the depths, the shadow work. There's signs, synchronicities, key codes, and information everywhere. I was like, drop the mic, right? So the descent is literally they go under the restaurant, under the floor, into the caves, into the underground, okay? So get curious. They got curious, all right? So it's time to face the dark and to explore the unknown within, those places underneath within that you've buried over lifetimes. So the Goonies themselves is a tribe of misfits. Different, weird, outcast, imperfect. They're each their own unique frequency and energy, flavor, and constant. They are their own spectrum of their uniqueness, okay? They've got the loud one, the one that tells the stories, the one that loves the adventures, the Data, who is the, he built things, right? He built different devices and things like that. So, and the outcast, which is sloth, all right? The one that was fully rejected, all right? But the one that also contains the medicine of love. So look deeper, all right? There is love underneath all of it. So the ship signifies the pirate ship. So pirates might be significant. Is the impossible becomes real. What was legend is now right in front of your eyes. You are the legend. Did you know that? And now we're being presented right in front of everyone's eyes, okay? One-Eyed Willie, the pirate, the main like character built around this story, this legend, okay, is an ancient keeper that leaves the clues, the tests, and the treasure. So the ancient keeper that leaves clues, tests, booby traps, and the treasure. He guards what you he guards what you're ready for, not what you want. Guarding what you're ready for, but not what you want, okay? The trials or the traps, the puzzles, the fear, the doubt, and every challenge that is part of this initiation. You've been going through an initiation, beautiful soul. And if you didn't know that and you're still here 8 minutes in, holy crap, you're definitely here. So the treasure, it's more than gold, it's courage, it's friendship, and it's remembering who you are. Have fun. And the return, they return above ground, okay? You don't stay in the cave, right? You don't stay in the dark, you don't stay in the shadow, you don't stay in hell, the lower self, right? You bring what you found back to the world, okay? So the Goonies never say die. The Goonies never say die. Do you feel like a Goonie? I know I'm a fucking Goonie. If I said die a long time ago, my soul would have transitioned out of here. Probably when I was a child, which actually it did. Not this soul. The original natal soul in this physical vessel did decide she was out at about 4 because of all the trauma and the abuse, massive trauma and abuse. She's like, I'm going to activate and I'm going to put the white flag and I'm going to tap out. I'm going to pass the baton. And this current natal soul, or this current soul stepped in. Full walk-in exchange. One baton to the other. Okay? All right. So Goonies never say die. So choose adventure. Trust your crew. Trust the crew. Okay? Face the unknown and fight for what you love and keep going. Okay? choose adventure, trust, face the unknown, and fight for what you love and keep going. What do you think we've been doing? We have been like scraping and digging and fighting and rebuilding and destroying and pulling down and pulling the curtains aside. This is what we have come here to do during this time of awakening during ascension. Because everything that's taking place is because you, me, and the collective consciousness, individually and collectively. All right? Ordinary kids? No, we're not. We're not. All right? Extraordinary journey? For sure. Timeless messages. Courage over comfort. Connection over fear. Curiosity over the knowing. Remember, keep the ego curious over needing to know. Loyalty over ego, and adventure over structured routine. Throw the fucking maps. Throw the fucking calendars away. Put the planners, throw them in the trash. Quit trying to overschedule or over routine your day. Go with the flow. Okay? So, adventure over routine. The archetypal code around this is the map is the guidance. The threshold is your choice. You have a choice, 1122 in every now moment. The descent is that inner exploration of self, of truth, of your soul. The trials is the initiation. And I guarantee if you're here still 1133, you've been feeling like you've been going through an initiation after an initiation, a boot camp after boot camp, because you have. You've been being prepared. We have been being prepared for what we are stepping into. All right. The Goonies is this community. All right. The outcasts is hidden medicine, because you are the hidden medicine. As the outcast, as the rainbow sheep of the family, of whatever you have been labeled yourself, been labeling yourself, or other people have been labeling, you are the quantum magic, and you're the quantum medicine that other souls require now. All right. The ship is referencing resolution. And the treasure is the remembrance. And the return, coming back up into self, is bringing what was discovered back to ordinary life. So what we're doing is bringing what we have discovered on our own personal treasure hunts and adventures to the collective consciousness, to what considered this physical reality, this 3D ordinary life, okay? So we've got endings, threshold, journey, discovery, and new beginnings. And we are fully stepping into these new beginnings because we've gone through many endings, many threshold points. We've been journeying, we've been discovering and uncovering, and now it's stepping into these new beginnings. Okay? We're awakening to the raw, messy, beautiful reality of being profoundly spiritual, divine, and deeply human at the same time. So let that land. Maybe go watch Goonies, save and re-listen, and see what comes up once you listen to this again. All right, the codes are always here, the frequency's always here, the flavor, the color, the essence, the uniqueness. I be a Goonie, you be a Goonie, we be Goonies, we be the Goonies. Okay, from the bottom of my heart to yours. I'll see you soon. Bye.